All right, guys, finally, it don't happen. I talk am that this Nigerian government on this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu matter, there is something hidden they don't want to let Nigerians they are aware of. I don't talk am say this is not just about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talk say he won't divide Nigeria, maybe Biafrans go. Wetin be that when he do? When be say we never see people when don't do pass like that. Now see the same country, now see government they negotiate with bandits. Even the bandits come out again, they threatening a whole Nigeria. Nigerian government did nothing about it. So this video I'm going to drop right now, it will shock you. Rufai don't expose everything. The secret when be say Nnamdi Kanu get for a archive when Nigerian government not want to make it release them. And Kanu still keep quiet for inside that DSS custody because this is not what he will just start doling out right now. The secret is enough to bring this country down. You understand? And they know they don't have evidence against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This one are just like, oh, as they talk say, they find some certain things for him body. Una never surprised saying I hear. Then they carry person blood when they hear they go South Africa, they do text. What are they looking for? Or what are they trying to do? So you see, Rufai have exposed everything. The secrets when we say Nnamdi Kanu carry for hand, when they not want make it come out, then they go condole am out. The same way Muhammadu Buhari acted, now Tinubu don't dey inside the matter. As many people don't they ask this question since, then why is Tinubu doing this? He will not be the person where kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. Why is he doing this? Okay, guys, make I drop this video so that we'll go watch it together. I will be right back.
Well, let's head over to Katsina State now, where terrorist leaders this week held peace meetings in 2 local government areas of the state with local authorities and community stakeholders pledging their commitment to cease hostilities and promote stability under the federal government's Operation Safe Corridor initiative. The meetings held in Sabuwa and Matazu local government areas included LGA chairmen, state assembly members, and a number of prominent terrorist leaders. According to reports, the discussions focused on reconciliation and a cessation of hostilities. Both parties gave assurances that they would work towards lasting peace, and local authorities announced that consultations will continue to consolidate the process. While speaking at the peace talk, one of the terrorist leaders, Kachala Umaru, warned security operatives against the kinetic approach to insecurity, stating, if today you kill 10 bandits, tomorrow you'll see 20. You kill 20, another 30 will rise. Umaru claimed that killing them only worsens the situation and accused the government of prioritizing money generation over the people's welfare. He also called for mutual cooperation and respect for any terms of agreement between the terrorists and security agencies, warning that the peace talks would be meaningless if security operatives are not told to leave them alone. Well, we know this news has ignited public debate over the contrasting government responses to these terrorists and the case of detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, who remains in custody of the Department of State Services while facing trial on terrorism-related charges, despite the 2022 Court of Appeal ruling that discharged and acquitted him. We also have reports, and we know that the DSS, under the current Director General Adiola Ajayi, has been accelerating trials, including the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra. Today, he was seen arriving at the courtroom for the ruling on his no-case submission at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Rufai, like I highlighted in my report here about, this story that had been trending all week about these terrorists in Katsina negotiating and warning security operatives not to use the kinetic approach. And, you juxtapose it with the detention of the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra. You'd see this disparity. Where is the fairness? These are the conversations that have been had so far.
That there's a lot of fairness in this country, and some people rank higher than some. Not to say the DSS have not prosecuted some terrorists, of extractions of the North here, but when you openly see people negotiating and bandits doing all sorts what they do, and you see people like Nnamdi Kanu's case, that by the way is in the hospital now because they had to push until they got him to the hospital because of his ill health, and you're wondering what is going on. Prior to President Buhari leaving office, some Igbo leaders went for a political solution. Somebody would have thought that the likes of President Buhari would have prevailed upon that. But nothing happened. President Tinubu is in there now. A lot of people have been talking about a political solution. To no avail. Nnamdi Kanu has come out to constantly condemn the evils going on in this southeastern part of the country. Then at the same time, you see bandits carrying their guns or their AK-47s or their machinery and coming out and even threatening the military. And local government officials are meeting with them. I mean, this is the imbalance we talk about. So please, if the government wants to redeem itself, we need to see those bandits that are being brought to book.
Yes.
Because it looks as though they have permeated into the ecosystem. It looks like they are stakeholders in society. Look at them, they are stakeholders. They even have uniform. And after when they hold the bandit, the next day they will show Ashwa for them. They will say they are rehabilitating the lives of bandits. I mean.
Yeah. Well, all right. This is the conversation that is out there now, and I thought it was important to bring it out there for the federal government's response to these concerns about, even the people from the north and the people in the southeast and the agitation for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. I believe I also saw a report from the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, talking about the fact that all southeast governors are, pushing for his release at this moment. We'll follow up on the story. Now, let's take this story in Adamawa State, where the state's local government chairmen have sparked widespread outrage by sponsoring their wives for a leadership training program in Istanbul, Turkey. The chairman of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria in the state, Sulaiman Tongo, defended the trip, stating that it was necessary to equip their spouses with leadership skills so they could offer useful advice to the chairman on governance, adding that the importance of the training outweighed the cost. Critics, however, have condemned the trip as a wasteful and misuse of public funds, especially given the recent granting of financial autonomy to local governments and the high poverty levels in Adamawa State. While social media users suggested the trip was merely a thinly veiled publicity-funded vacation. I'll take a tweet higher before I come to you. This person wrote on X, Adamawa State is amongst Nigeria's poorest states, yet the governor's wife signed off the Esther Code to sponsor herself and the wives of 21 LG chairmen in the state on a luxury trip to Turkey. The total IGR of the state in 2022 was a little above 13 billion naira. In 2023, it was just about 17 billion. And in 2024, it didn't reach 20 billion. The amount First Lady Remi Tinubu purportedly raised in 5 days. How is a state stricken by native poverty, with a majority of its people, particularly kids, wallowing in hunger and wretchedness, able to afford a luxury trip for 21 women and their aides in faraway Turkey? The answer can only be imagined in a country called Nigeria. Ayo, go ahead.
There's no justification whatsoever. Yes. Whether it be training, whether it be vacation, there's no justification for a state that's not able to generate 20 billion naira in 2024 to send wives of local government chairmen to Turkey for training or whatever. I say this because we are still arguing the fact of whether or not there should be the office of a first lady.
These are the questions.
And what budget line item would fund that. Now we're now grappling with office of the first lady of a local government chairman. And then in a state where you have banditry, you have terrorist attacks, you have issues around security and poverty, education levels, out of school children, and what they deem fit to spend their money on is to take about 17 women abroad. I champion the issues around women,
yes,
and I love women. But when we have to call a spade, that this is absolute waste of government resources. And it's a slap on the faces of Adamawa children who are not in school as a result of lack of budgetary allocation to them being able to go to school. It is a slap on the face of the people who have to beg for food in Adamawa State. It is a slap on the face of those who are displaced currently as a result of security challenges in Adamawa State. It should be probed, and anyone who's found culpable.
So, right, guys, have you heard it now? The game Nigerian government is playing. How about make we hit another news? How na say this matter? Please share this video, make it go viral. Subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up as Nigerians are, reacting on social media. Hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is everywhere on X platform, formerly Twitter. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Okay, see you in my next video. Bye for now.